Hi, welcome back, and today we're going to be making this beautiful bikini top. So first you will need to take measurements, and you need to measure from your under boob to your nipple, and as many centimeters as you need. You will make that long chain. For this project I'm using 5mm hook. I don't know if you can see it, and I'm using t-shirt yarn. This one is 1.5 centimeters wide, and it's a cotton blend with a little bit of elastics in it, so it's very comfortable to wear. First, start with slip stitch, and then you're going to chain as many chains as you need, as many stitches as you need to get the length that is desired. As I already mentioned, that's the length from your under boob to the nipple. Here I chained 8 in total, but it's going to totally depend on the size of your breast. So please measure it, please be sure before you continue. It's always good to also check what you did to measure if you already had one done and you're doing the second one. The 8th chain on the hook that I had was the turning chain. So now I'm just doing a single crochet, making a single crochet in each stitch until the end. Sure to do each stitch, do not skip any of them, because it will make the work crooked, and we don't want that, definitely. Once you reach the last chain, you are going to make 3 single crochets in that last stitch. So this will create the turning point which we will need to make this bra cup a triangle. So I'm doing 3 here, like this is the first one, and I'm going to do 2 extra ones. I'm not doing 3. As I said, I'm not doing 3 on top of this first one. So I slowed this down so you can see what I'm doing. So this is the second, and now I'm going to do the third one, which is going to be the turning point, and then after which we're going to continue working on single crochets until the end of the row. Again, make sure that you are doing in each of these stitches, in each chain spaces, 1 single crochet until the end. Do not skip either one of them, because that will make the work lopsided and it's not going to look pretty. Once you have that last chain, you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to turn your work, and then you're just going to do a single crochet until you reach that top stitch. As you can see, I'm not doing complete chains through the chain spaces. I'm just catching that back side of each stitch, because this is making it a lot easier, and it's going to be a lot less bulkier, and also it's going to give it a really nice texture. It's going to look somewhat like a seashell. So right here we have made it to that top stitch. That's the top one, the one in the middle of those 3 that we did in the row before. So here we're going to make 3 single crochets again, and we're going to continue single crochet in each chain space after that. Once again, when you reach that last stitch, make sure you don't skip it, and chain 1 and turn your work. So here, as you can see, I'm showing you always, if you're doing single crochets, always start in the first chain space from the last loop that you have on the hook. So continue working in single crochets until you reach the top. You will again add 3 single crochets in the same chain space. As you can see, also this bra cup is slowly starting to curve, which is creating that depth that we need in order to cover our breast properly. Had we done only regular with an additional chain in that top stitch, it would have been completely flat, that initial one that we did in the first, well, in the second row when we were doing the turning. So this is the way that I prefer to do it, because I don't like when the bra cup is flat. I do have boobs and I'm proud of that. So I don't like when I try something and I don't have space to put them in. I like them to be very nicely encased. So we continue working in single crochets. I mean, you can do double crochet, just to pay attention and have in mind that when you do double crochets, you will have to put lining. I mean, you can put lining on this bra cup as well. I decided not to because it's not necessary, it's not see-through. Also, if you decide to use some other yarn, this is the same principle that you're going to use to create the bra cup. But just have in mind that depending on the yarn that you use, if it's very soft, if it's very fine, you will probably also need to put an actual sponge cup inside, which will give it more sturdiness and more shape. So again, when you reach the top, do not forget 3 single crochets in that same top stitch. And you will see very soon that it is getting the triangular shape, which we actually need and want for this project. But it's also getting that nice curved shape that we also need in order to accommodate for our breasts. One thing that's very important while you're using t-shirt yarn is to try and make your stitches as firm as possible. Don't press too hard so that you cannot insert your needle in those chain spaces, but try to make it firm, because t-shirt yarn needs to have shape, and if you keep steady strength while you're working and you don't make too many loose chains, it's going to look much better and it's going to keep the shape. This goes for anything that you make with t-shirt yarn, and especially in this situation, you want it to have that shape and not go crooked and not start waving in any point. I apologize that my voice is strange and hoarse. I've been having issues with my sinuses. Allergies are just killing me. Fun. So just continue doing single crochets. I sped this part up a little bit, and as you can see, it's starting to get that triangular shape that we desire. So now we're on top and doing all those 3 single crochets in the same chain space, and then continuing working down. As you see, aside from getting the triangular shape, the way that I did this project is giving those nice little textures on each row. It's like layered, and it really reminds me of a seashell or clam, but it's very cute and it really reminds me of the beach. simple single crochets in each space in between. That's the space in between each row. This will really give it a polished look so that it doesn't look like edgy and crooked. I mean, it's not crooked, but if you see the edge, you know what I mean. It's going to look much nicer with this kind of like adding as a trim. This is going to make it all come together. So once we finish with the single crochets in each space in each row, we are going to chain at least 20. I think I did like 20, but it's again up to you. It doesn't have to go all the way for the straps all around. It can just be one portion that's going to be visible in front, and then the rest of it is going to be in the back. So it doesn't really matter how you do it. It's not that it's going to look bad if you just leave regular yarn, because this yarn, I think it's much better if you use just a yarn to tie it and not to crochet this chain to use to tie the bra cup. I really hope I'm making sense today. I don't even know if I'm making sense anytime, but welcome to my world. So see here you can see that I'm trying to see the measurements, but it's kind of like failing me. So I did verify that it's like I did check to make sure that it's the same as on the other cup. And the final part is, well, not really the part, this is the second to final. We need to make the top straps, and we're going to insert the yarn just like I did, and then we're going to crochet up, up, and up as long as you wish. It doesn't have to be 10, 15, 20, it can be more, it can be less. It's again customizable. It's up to your desires. And here is the finished bra cup, and now we need to put them together. And for that we're going to use a little piece of yarn. We're just going to pull it through this first little stitch that we made and pull on one side, pull through to the other side, and then we're just going to tie a knot. Honestly, you will see I was trying to make a nice little bow. It wasn't working. I think it's a lot easier when you do it when the bra cup is on your body. It's a lot easier. As you can see, the struggle here is real. But I actually wanted to leave this little part in. It's not always, everything is not always smooth, and especially when you're trying to record, there is some kind of like stage fright, I don't know. Well, this is the finished product, and I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. If you did so, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.